Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 17 of the March daily draws. As we begin a new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Ostara Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Ostara Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. Today we will go there. We have the page. It's all wands. Seems to be a lot of wands, doesn't it? Quite appropriately, our creative energy, working towards our goals. Now we have the page. And I think yesterday we were talking about, when we have the 10 of wands, about not taking too much on. About not trying to do too much at once. Here we have the page of wands telling us that we may need to do some discovery or exploration of the concept of our idea, of our passion, what it is of our goal. This is the preparation bit. This is the getting to know what it is we want to do. This is being sure that this is acquainting ourselves, learning about the process that it's going to take to create the thing we want to create in our lives. What's actually involved? Do we know everything we need to know? Do we need to research? Do we need to look things up about how to pursue that goal? It's one thing to be motivated, and that motivation will help us to, and that passion will help us to explore and discover the information we need in order to be able to fulfill that desire, to fulfill that vision. It's also exploring our creative side again. It's learning about ourselves through the process. Through the process of pursuing our goal, of our desire, we may learn something, always be aware of what's going on with ourselves, because we can learn something about how we interact with that process. It can reveal something about ourselves that perhaps we hadn't occurred to us before. Maybe we'll find some hidden strength that we didn't know that we had, that we did, some talent or gift. Maybe we take to something surprisingly well, a part of the process, and we particularly enjoy that aspect of the creative process. Quite surprisingly, we didn't expect necessarily to enjoy it so much, and we suddenly find that we have a liking for that particular thing that's involved in the process. So maybe that's something that that's like a gift or something, a talent or something at least we enjoy that can be useful in the future in our creative process. I'm trying to think of what could be an example, and I can't really think of anything. It depends on what we're trying to achieve. But if we have to design something first, a plan or something, but more like a creative design more than a list plan, something that we're going to follow to create, we might actually like the idea of the design aspect of it. Or it could be we actually like the physical aspect of doing something, using some physical skill to create what we want to create. It's different aspects of the creative process. Maybe gaining information, we like looking things up or looking at videos or something online or something, getting the information we need to inspire us, or the practical information that we need. Maybe we enjoy getting those details. Maybe we would have thought it would have been the most boring aspect of it, but maybe we find it interesting. And that skill of gaining information that's necessary, and that aspect of it can be applied to any future creative process or achieving a goal, because most things can involve looking up what's needed in order to achieve that end. The basic necessities that we're going to need for that. So we may find that that what the Page of Wands is saying to us, and I love that it's a fox, that there's an element of passionate curiosity as well, that to discover something in that creative process, about the process and about ourselves and how we relate to it. So I think that's really the key, is that self-discovery, and that discovery about the process of creating and achieving our goals and developing things in order to begin the work, developing that process and how we're going to do it. It's that preparation stage. So that's what I believe the Page of Wands says to us today. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Okay. Aquamarine. Little mermaid there. And of course we have the aquamarine stone, that I think is tied to this time of year, if I remember right, because I think it's mine. My birthday was last week. No, it was more than last week. It was cool. Good grief, time flies. But it was this month, and I think that's my birthstone. So anyway, doesn't really matter. Allow the crystalline waters to illuminate the sorrows that need the solve of your presence. Allow the crystalline waters to illuminate the sorrows that need the solve of your presence. To me, that talks about healing, emotional healing, and maybe in the creative process we'll find something, a part of ourselves where maybe we have a blockage to creativity because of some emotional wound that maybe needs some healing. In order, maybe we need to get that energy really flowing, but we may learn and discover something about ourselves that needs that healing process. But also, I think this also speaks about that need the self of your presence. So maybe someone else need, just by your presence, you don't have to say much, you don't have to do much, but by being present with that person, maybe you can be a healing presence for them too. So be open to that. So this is discovering all different aspects of ourselves and the creative process, and how we can contribute to that the eventual outcome, how we can get healing even through the creative process, and we can be a healing source to others. And I believe that is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 18. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.